My name is Oscar Trevino, and I wanted to do my presentation on motivation. Motivation. We've talked about motivation in chapter 11 of our textbook, and I thought this picture was pretty cool. We've got a light bulb here, and I guess the relation here is that I guess when you have an idea or something comes to mind, typically you're inspired to go out and do something. You're motivated to go out and do something. So I thought that was pretty cool. I want to talk about motivation, and I want to start by reviewing Cowlitz views in our textbook. We see in the table of chapter 11, 11.1, the table of the three views of motivation. To put these all in layman's terms, we've got the drive reduction theory. This is a theory that we are motivated to reduce irritation or unmet needs. The second one is homeostasis or allostatus, and this is that behavior maintains balance in body conditions. To put that simply, our body is driving us in many ways, motivating us to make the choices and decisions that we do. And then we've got the incentive view, and this is pretty much the idea that incentives pull us towards desired actions. I think that there's truth to all of this. Sometimes we're motivated to do things to reduce irritation. Certainly, we can find ourselves in that space. Our bodies drive us to do things. I'm pretty intrigued with this incentive view in that, I think we see this across the board. I think we see this in our jobs. If we want a promotion, typically we will work harder. A lot of companies will, especially if you're in sales, will pay you commission, and so you make your money based on your performance. I think you also see that in many religions, where the main idea, the main focus is earning your way, earning favor before God or a deity. We had talked about this earlier in the semester. This idea that the heart drives behavior. The heart drives behavior, and I want to highlight a few scriptures here from the Proverbs and from the prophet Jeremiah. Proverbs 34 says, "Guard your heart above all else, for it is the source of life." Proverbs 27:19 says, "As water reflects the face, so the heart reflects the person." And Jeremiah 17:9 says, "The heart is more deceitful than anything else and incurable. Who can understand it?" We see also that Jesus says, "Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks." So if you want to know what a person is like, just look at their heart. Listen to their words, because the heart reflects the person. And we know that the heart drives our behavior. The heart drives our behavior. I want to encourage us to be motivated by love. And I think that in general, people are motivated by love. It just depends on what that love is. Some people are motivated by a love for themselves. And so the lives that they live, they're driven to protect themselves or to promote themselves or to gratify their desires. That's their motivation in life. But Jesus gives us a different motivation. In Mark 12:30 and 31, the great commandment, Jesus answers the question, what's the greatest commandment? And Jesus says, the greatest commandment is to love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. That's the greatest commandment. The second is like it, love your neighbor as yourself. And Jesus says these words in John 14:15. He says, "If you love me, you will keep my commands." Vance Pitman is the president of Send Network, and he said this. I thought it was pretty interesting. He said, a lot of times when we read this verse, we read it like this: "Hey, If you love me, you better keep my commandments, right? But I think it's different. Man, if you love me, if we have this love relationship, man, you will keep my commands. You will keep my commands. I think about it like this. This is one of my children, my newest child. Her name is Lydia. Just a precious, precious little baby. The Word of God says that we ought to raise our children up in the fear and admonition of the Lord. I believe that's a command, right? It's a command for me to love my kids, to lead them in the ways of the Lord. Now, I'm not going to take the perspective, man, like I got to raise these kids. I got to raise them up in the fear and the admonition of the Lord. Man, this is just so burdensome. No, it's not like that at all. I got to hold my daughter as a newborn baby. And man, at that moment, man, she was just my world. And I love her. I want what's best for her. And I believe that leading her in the fear and the admonition of the Lord to love Jesus, man, that's what's best for her. And so, yes, there's a command there, but man, I love her so much that, man, the motivation of the love is what drives the command being executed, I guess, in my life. So I want to leave us with this. God has given us the command to love Him and to love our neighbor. And yes, I think that we can live a life of love to those who are around us. But I think that the greatest act of love that we can share with those around us is to share the gospel, to go into the nations and to share with them the soul-saving knowledge of the gospel. And here we see this background. This is where I live right now, Phoenix, Arizona. I'm a church planter with NAM. And man, this is my city right here. I love this city. I love the people who live here. But I recognize that there's lots of lostness. And so my love for God, my love for people, my love for the city, all of this drives me to go, therefore, and make disciples.